education has like a negative impact?
A young girl of about, let's say, 10 years old, and a young guy of the same age range, they had sex.
Imagine.
It's incorporated into our educational curriculum. This will prepare our words or our people ahead.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are seeing my face for the very first time, hi, my name is Ayomide. I am a medical laboratory scientist. I film about lifestyle, career, self-development, and every other good stuff. If you're a returning subscriber, hey loves, how are you doing? Thank you for always coming back. Thank you for always being tuned. In today's video, as you guys can see, I am not here alone. We have a special guest here with me, and in which you guys are going to get to meet him as time goes on in this video. So today we are going to be talking about something very important and which I think is crucial. Let me just allow him to introduce himself. So can you introduce yourself to the house?
Hey everyone, I'm Mohammed Olaitamza. I'm also a medical laboratory scientist. That's good there. And I'm a co-founder of Premium Health and Educational Consultancy.
Wow.
In which what we do is to advocate about any problem that face in the health sphere today.
Okay. As you guys have heard, Mr. Hamza is also a medical laboratory scientist, and also with no further ado, we are going to go straight into today's topic. So first of all, I would like to ask, your take about sex education.
Okay, that's a good one. Actually, what we have in the world today, sex education. Let me start by the definition.
Okay.
So sex education is an education that deals with talking about each specific sexuality. Like we are talking about the male and female sexuality. So it doesn't actually, it's not based on talking about what most people think. The myth that we have about it is that we are just talking about sex, educating people about sex.
Yeah.
But that's not what it is actually. It also entails talking about the emotional state, the physical well-being, the psychological well-being of the person. So, and most especially, we also talk about how to maintain an healthy relationship. So it entails a lot of things.
So like, what are the most important aspects? I think you mentioned it in the definition, but I want you to like expatiate like the most important part of this sex education.
I think the problem we have today is that most of our parents, even religious leaders, community leaders, they shy away from this.
Yeah.
Because they think you want to be teaching our children, you want to be teaching our world about sex, how to have sex, but that's not actually the thing. So what most even teach is abstinence only sex education, which we can't actually focus on, because whether we like it or not, these people or these are what I will still be exposed to sex.
Yes, one way or the other.
No matter they will still be exposed to it. So why not teach them how they can prevent, how they can assume consent. Okay, I want to do it, I don't want to do it. This is how you can prevent pregnancy, because a lot of people just come up with unwanted pregnancy due to the fact that the community, our teachers, our parents, even when they are talking about they will send the words to the room, okay, go inside, this is not for you, which is not supposed to be. That's why we have high rates of rape. So because these people, they don't know when they are to stop. Okay, don't touch me, this is my vagina, this is my all of this.
They
all these are, they don't have the understanding.
So they can be easily convinced.
Exactly. So but when we orientate them, like we prepare them, okay, this is what it is, this is how you can prevent it. You have a lot of people that when they get this unwanted pregnancy, the next thing to do is abortion, which is a big problem. So but when all these are being explained, they are being enlightened about it, they'll be able to stop it.
You mentioned something like, and I think that's what is going on in the society, like a lot of our parents and the clerical, the society, the religion and everything, they tend to not always want to expose young, especially the teenagers, to sex education. So why do you think it is important in our society?
Okay, I would say it's very important. like I said, that whether we like it or not, these words will still be exposed to sex, because where we are today is expected that at a certain age the immunes in the body system will surely ask for it. So, but when we've enlightened our words about it, that this is how your genitalia is, this is what you should expect. Even some is embarrassing. You see some words that will just come up with a stain of blood maybe at the back of their skirt, because they are not aware, they are not orientated about their menstruation, when it's to come, all of that, and how they manage it. So that's a big problem. But when the orientation is there, you'll be able to reduce unwanted pregnancy, you'll be able to reduce sexually transmitted infections. So we'll be able to reduce all of this, and our community will be safe. Even we won't have all this, because a lot of people now, they don't know how to manage relationship, because they are not educated about it.
Yeah.
So, but when we have that, we have a lot of healthy relationship.
Yeah.
So
I also still feel like if teenagers are exposed to these things that we call sex education, kind of like give them like this wide knowledge about human anatomy. I mean, if a young boy understand how a lady's body is, and also a young lady understand how a young boy is, you understand that okay, you can't touch me here, I can't touch you here. I feel like it helps to give like it creates like a set of boundary.
Okay.
Yeah, because in some families, you understand, you will see that you see a mother dressing up in front of a young boy saying, oh, he's just 6 years old. I feel like when there is sex education, no matter the age, even if it start from as little as they are, it helps them and gives them this understanding and knowledge about how the body is, and it also helps to like create boundary. Okay. What do you think?
It's a very good one, because I remember then, even some of those that are younger, there was a case that happened in my community then. A young girl of about less than 10 years old, and a young guy of the same age range, they had sex.
Imagine. Wow.
So it was so funny, because they didn't know, they just thought that's what, maybe they've seen it in some movies, but they are not orientated about it, that this is not what you should do at this age. But they had it. And what next? What the parents did, what the community did was to beat them.
That's not the solution.
So that's what it was, to beat them, and they still continue afterwards. So I think it's a very good one if the orientation or period education is there.
Yes, exactly. Okay, do you think low awareness of sex education has like a negative impact?
Okay, actually it has a lot of negative impacts, because due to low awareness, we have a lot of people come in contact with diseases like HIV, like hepatitis, like syphilis, a lot of diseases, unknowingly, because they are not aware. They just think they can have sex anyhow. They are not aware of those STI and all of that. And we also have unwanted pregnancy, that we have a lot of it in our society today, that a lot of people are just pregnant because they don't know that they should, even after some have pregnancy, they will go to abortion, they will abort the pregnancy, in which cases like hemolytic disease of newborn can come afterwards.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. So when that is formed, it will cause a lot of problems, even it brings a lot of infertility. So but when the awareness is very high, we have a good fertility rate, then we have low unwanted pregnancy and low STI rates in our society.
There is always this misconception of people saying, oh, if you introduce children to sex education at a very young age, it tends to like give them this mentality or give them the audacity to like go ahead and become very promiscuous, and it gives them like a bad orientation, like you are exposing them to bad things.
Bad thing. Okay. Actually, the curriculum of sex education is just that for each group, you know what you teach them. There is a curriculum that is set by an association that are focused at educating people about sex education. So children, they are to be taught about their sexuality. Okay, when is this time? This is your sexuality. This is your vagina. This is your private part. they should just be taught at that stage. Maybe children of let's say 1 to 5 years, they should be taught about their sexuality. Okay, this is what you use it to do, this is what you can use it to do, all of that. Then maybe from 5 to 7, they should teach them about, okay, these are some cases that can happen. Maybe at this age you should be expecting your menstruation, this is how you manage it. So it's a stage, like it's a cascade stuff that when we are not at this stage of when we are not at the stage of teaching you something, we won't teach you. But there are still some things that should be taught at a specific age. So it's not that, okay, because a lot of the misconception we have about it is that, okay, we are just teaching our children how to have sex.
You are giving them the permission to go ahead
and that's not it. That's not it.
Okay. I want to ask if you think our parents or these professional health sector and also the religious people, do you think they should also look for a way to like orientate us, or do they have like any impact in educating us about sex education, or where do you think this education can come from? Is that like a restriction, like okay, it can only be from parents, or how do you think the society can be oriented about this thing?
Actually, all these people that we mentioned, our parents, the religious leader, our teachers, so they all have a role to play. So for our parents, because they are the one that are usually our first teacher, especially our mothers.
Exactly.
So because I've had a lot of cases that some people, they are exposed to sex from, even it's not even sex, it was like a rape from a young age. Because what the parents say, okay, they don't need it yet.
Exactly.
So and those that according to research, a lot of rape that most those people that are young see is from people that are close to them, and it's because they are not aware about their genitalia. They are not aware about where to touch in their body. So because all of this is what sex education will cover. They will teach them, okay, when anybody touches your vagina, tell them to stop, or when anybody touches your penis, tell them to stop. So but all these people, they don't know. So that's why we have high rate of a lot of people experience that, but they can't say it, and it's until this stage it affects a lot emotionally, psychologically.
I feel like this thing can even be part of syllabus.
Exactly. So we should bring it. So
I don't know why all these people are shying away from things that are very, very important.
Like, and another thing is that even our teachers, they are not, like, the knowledge is not there because they are not taught to. I remember
when I was in secondary school, I think about maybe JSS1 or JSS2. That time there is this Always the company, they came to our school, and then maybe they talked to our principal and the female teachers about how they want to orientate young girls about menstruation and then everything. You not believe that the female teachers came to our class and they were picking ladies randomly. They will look at you. If you're already having maybe breast, they are looking at your height. If you are tall, they will think, okay, this one is already old enough. But we that we now have the small stature, they now decided to put us in class. So these girls went for the education and everything. They came back with pad. And the boys in the class were like, let me see. And the rest of us were just somehow shy, and we're now asking them, please, what did they tell you? What did they teach you? Imagine if one of these girls that they think because this particular girl is small in stature, I've probably even started doing menstruation, and it is about to start, but there is no knowledge because some people think, they are not supposed to have this understanding yet. I don't know, maybe they were thinking, if you have this understanding, you'll be scared. I don't understand that. So as I was growing up, I used to ask myself, why did these people do that kind of thing at that time? Because nowadays, you will see a 9-year-old girl, 10-year-old girl menstruating. Imagine if there is no prior information about it. Because if you have this information, it will make everything easier. You will even be able to handle yourself in public. But if there is no prior understanding, it's something that can disgrace someone. It can even embarrass you. So I feel like this thing is something that people should stop shying away from it.
Exactly.
It is something that you should. It is something that we should always have, like maybe an awareness. Talk about this thing. Tell your children. Tell your, like, I don't know. It's just sad that people that we expect to give us information about this thing and education are the ones that are always keeping you short. So I feel like if there is like information and education about this thing, it helps, most especially ladies, it helps them to like process things faster, and that's the word, to prepare ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, quick question: do you think sex education should be incorporated into the education curriculum?
Thank you. According to research, we've seen that because our community, our teachers shy away from it. They don't teach people. So when people have maybe any question about their sexuality, maybe like when they have an STI, or maybe in regards to contraceptive, maybe how to use some drugs, how to use condom, all of that, where the source for information is from internet, which definitely internet information are not usually complete.
Yes.
There are some that they won't even understand the concept. They will just see that, okay, this is what they say I will do. And we have a lot of problems in which some people will just abort some pregnancy, and it will lead to problem that they will be facing after the abortion.
Yes.
And we have some that they don't even know how to use condom, all of that, which leads to unwanted pregnancy, which can actually be prevented. But due to the fact that they don't have the knowledge, prior knowledge about it, they just do everything as they wish. So, but when it's incorporated into our educational curriculum, this will prepare our wards or our people ahead. It will prepare people ahead of any problem that might arise regarding to sex education. So I think it's a good one, but it should just be cascaded. It should be staged. Yeah. Okay, at this stage, this is what we teach. Yeah. So when it's like that, we don't have problem.
Okay. The last one for today. What do you think should be the way forward to promote this awareness in our society? I mean, the sex education now. Okay. Like, how do you think we can promote it or make it known to people?
Okay. Actually, that's a good one. We have, like we've said, those that are supposed to help the process, our parents, the teachers, even the government, the media.
Exactly.
So when we have the media that they are involved, they talk about this in a radio station, in television. We have shows about it. I think this is what we are doing. We are also
exactly.
So we are helping the process.
Social media.
So social media should be everywhere. When they talk about it, then we have one of the reason I think you will see a lot of people, they don't know how to manage their relationship. They are naive. Exactly. You see some people
I've been
so so because there was when I say I've been there too. So there was someone that was close to me that the person told me that the person she dated them. So he was asking her, okay, do you want sex? Is this what he wants? Like, she doesn't know how to manage the relationship. She just wants anything that the guy says, she will do it. So which is not supposed to be. But when it's someone that is already orientated about it, they will know how to manage it. So I think it's a good one. Those that are involved is even the Ministry of Health. They should bring programs up about sex education so that people can be enlightened about contraceptive, they can be enlightened about abortion, they can be enlightened about STI, even pregnancy.
Exactly.
So when there is enlightenment about it, then we will have a very good environment that is conducive for a relationship where we have prior knowledge about how to maintain the relationship. Then we'll have less frequency of toxic relationship.
Yeah.
So we have people that we need to let our government know so that they can also help us enlighten our people. So they will tell our parents the rules to play, like a curriculum will be prepared for it. So so that they will know the role to play. Our parents, the religious leader, then schools, our teachers, the role to play in sex education.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like the most part of it has to come from the government.
Exactly.
And also like social media. People should take it upon themselves. Like, okay, sex education is now a big deal that a lot of people need to know about. So most everybody here, we have a phone and we most times use our time on social media. So social media is also like a platform to give us this kind of information.
Exactly.
Like YouTube, Instagram, it's just like little information that people need to come across and then to impact their life.
Yeah,
so that all these other videos that we watch and we don't get anything from it.
Exactly.
So thank you very much for coming on this channel. I'd like to ask you, like, okay, what are the other, because I know that you have a lot of things that you want to introduce to us. Okay. What are the other things that we should be expecting from you?
Okay, we have a lot of things in our bag.
Okay.
It's just the tip of an iceberg. So in our next, we want to make it. It's going to be an episode session. So in our next video, we'll be talking about the female reproductive system.
Okay.
So we still have a lot.
So guys,
so just prepare.
You need to watch out for this space because we are bringing in different kind of content that you're going to love. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much for coming on the channel. So guys, this will be the end of episode 1. Watch out for episode 2 and for more episodes like that. Thank you for coming once again. Please, before you go, subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share with other people that you think might need this kind of content. Okay, until next time that we're going to be saying our faces again, stay cool, stay calm and be happy. Bye.
Bye. Well, you my boo boo. I love you.